Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to a mid-October version of Topic Time with Harrison Young. It's an utterly, amazingly, incredibly delightful day outside. We have an awesome musical show for you tonight. Haven't had one here in Carver for a while, but we have one tonight, and it's going to be incredible. Got some diversity because I have a guitarist and a violinist that combine their efforts together, and we're going to interview them and hear some original playing from them. And before we do that, we got to get to these incredible underwriters, and then we will commence with the show officially. So here we go. We got UBG Airsoft and Laser Tag in Bridgewater. We got Buddha Barber 11 at the HD Barbershop in Carver. We got Shoreshine Professional Detailing and Hand Wash in Abington. We got Tom Auto in Middleborough. We got W Maxim Trucking in Middleborough. We got Dairy Twist in Pembroke. We got the Gun Runner LLC in Middleborough. We got Team Martini and Sun Floor Covering in Abington. No job is too big or too small. We got Richie's Auto Care in Hanover. We got Kingston Auto Body in Kingston. We got Pembroke Radiator in Pembroke. We got Auto Shine Detail in Middleborough. They're a new one. We got Dancer's Dream in Whitman. We got P&L Paintball in Bridgewater. And we got good old Dave's Automotive in Hanson on Route 58. I want to thank you guys very much. And now on that note, I'll introduce these two incredibly talented guys. This is Anthony Scirocco with the guitar here and his sidekick for the music and all this stuff. This is Paul Simeon. I gotta say right now, when you plugged the show on Facebook, I actually thought you had Paul Simon coming in with you. You know, Ryman Simon.
Oh yeah.
Until I saw it was Simeon, I thought, I'll get off the bus, Gus, make a new plan, stand, get a new Keeley,
Right.
get yourself free. But you know what I mean. So that's awesome. I mean, sometimes people with names that sound similar to the more famous people turn out to be as good as them, and I think that's going to be the case. But so first of all, Anthony, I just want to thank both of you, Anthony and Paul, for coming in and being on Topic Time tonight. And so what I'm going to do is interview you both a little at a time. Tell me about how you got started, where you grew up, how you became, musically inclined, work together, and then we'll, then we'll have some original songs from you. So start with you because we booked you first. So tell me about yourself, Anthony. Where'd you grow up? How old were you when you started playing music? And how did it lead to where you're at now?
So I was born in Boston.
Okay.
I grew up for 4 years, lived in Somerville, first 4 years of my life.
Yep.
And then I moved to Everett.
Okay.
And, it took me a while to start playing guitar though.
How old were you when you started?
I was 18.
Really?
Yeah, I was 18 when I started.
You don't look much past that now.
No, a little bit, definitely a little.
Okay.
Little up there, but no, I was 18 when I started. And my parents got me a guitar for Christmas, and then I played it, and then didn't
fell in
play
love
it.
with it.
Yeah, but I didn't play it for a while, and then I picked it back up, and
you just felt like you had it. This is your deal.
Yeah,
I got it.
Mm-hmm.
Just so you know, and I'm going to talk to you in a minute. The reason I found you a few years ago, this girl on Facebook, Cassandra Pacheco, who lives up in the sticks in Pepperell. The biggest thing that ever happened up there was a bad car accident I was in on May 25th, 2014. She played a video of you playing the guitar on YouTube, from YouTube, and it was amazing. So I immediately reached out to you and asked you if you wanted to do the show. That was like 2 or 3 years ago. And so just so you know, I know how talented you are just from that video. So you obviously have some stuff on YouTube because that's basically how I discovered you.
I think there might be something on YouTube.
Well, I know, but I know it was something. It was a video of you playing or the sound.
Yeah, it's possible. I don't have my own. I have my own YouTube channel, but I haven't put any music up on it yet. I got like Bandcamp.
Okay.
.com pretty much right now. Working on something.
Okay.
Eventually it'll happen.
Cool. Okay. Well, somehow you got on there, and I heard it, and I thought it was awesome. So, Paul, tell me about yourself. Where did you grow up? How did you get into music? And to be honest with you, I never had a violinist on my show before. Years ago, I was hoping I could get Larry Fine of the Three Stooges, but he died before I had a chance to contact him. Sorry, I'm just kidding about that. But go ahead, tell me about where you got into it, where you grew up, and how old, and then we'll talk. Then we'll figure out, how you guys made it happen together, and then we'll play some music, or you will.
Yeah, and I grew up mostly in Wakefield, Mass, but I moved to Beverly, Mass,
Okay.
I don't know, a year ago-ish, because I went to school there and I liked it, and I work over at like the hospitals there.
Okay.
What else do you want me to talk about? How we met?
Yeah.
We met at a house show
Okay.
Yeah.
A house
I
show.
was at Jesse's place,
Mm-hmm.
and I heard you play, and I was just like, I think we were both like, oh, I play violin, and like we should play together sometime. And then it didn't happen for like, I don't know, a year or two until we actually got together, wrote some stuff together, and then we kind of didn't for a while. Remember? Because, yeah, we just didn't for like half a year, and then we started playing again, and then just took off.
Right.
Yeah. Something like that.
Okay,
Yeah.
this was like how long ago that you connected? About a year or two ago?
Yeah, like two
Probably
and a half,
two,
something
maybe.
like that.
Yeah, maybe three.
Maybe
3
three.
years.
Maybe
at this
three.
point, yeah.
Okay, but let's break your situation down a little more. How long have you been playing the violin for?
Since I was,
since
like-
you were how old?
Since I was 8.
Since 2008?
Since I was 8.
Oh, since you were 8.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so you really were a child prodigy
So
then.
that could be 2008 or 2007, something like that. Yeah.
Well, it's not an easy instrument to play because you gotta do it fast and you gotta keep that bow moving at all times. Based on what I've seen, it's tricky. It's because you have to the idea of continuing to move that bow back and forth and keeping the sounds the way that not discordant is something that you really have to practice. And and I know playing a guitar is too. I played the piano for 7 years. I was okay. People told me I was very talented. I could never commit myself to doing it. I finally quit lessons when I was 13 after starting at 6. And I always felt bad about it, but I couldn't take it anymore. But I love music, and that's how it is. So when you said you met at a show party, what was that? What does that mean?
Oh, we play like a lot of house shows and like
Okay.
Just
Do
like-
people actually hire you out to do that? You just
not
do it on-
exactly.
Not
Yeah,
exactly.
right. Usually for free.
Okay, that's fine.
Like just everybody. It's not nobody really gets paid, I guess, at these shows. But we it's more about exposure. I feel like usually than it is about
Okay, I understand.
money. at
Yeah,
that
I
point.
understand. Have either of you ever done a paid gig anywhere?
Yeah, I did a gig in we kind of got paid once for a gig together.
we did.
We
It
went.
was-
Yeah,
that was a house party.
Yeah, we went to a
That's
house
fun.
party once
Okay.
with a name that I'd rather not disclose.
That's fine.
The name of the party because it was very weird name.
It was awesome.
Yeah, but it was an amazing show. The last group, people crowd surfed for them.
Okay.
They bought pizza and I came in and was like
Yep.
screaming and making people get pizza and stuff, and it was nuts. But this guy was asking for tips. There
Okay.
was a tip jar and he was like, give us these.
Give it to
These
you were
these
asking
musicians money. They need some money, and then
They were asking
he
for
was
tips
awesome.
for you. You mean?
There were multiple like.
there
Well,
were
wait a
different
minute.
artists. There were other artists.
Oh, I
there,
see what
too.
you mean.
Yeah,
So
it
you
was-
figured why not join in?
Right. Well, it was just a house show, so we had three. There's I think 3 acts there. That night was there 3 or 4.
It was 3. It was us, Motel
Hotel
Art,
Art, and then Felix Holt.
yes.
Yeah. And
Okay.
so we opened
Oh,
basically
wow.
for the show, and then but we got paid that night. But it technically wasn't like a professionally paid gig,
Still, I mean, they were good enough to have you in and pay you. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
So what about in terms of like what you play? Do you pretty much write your own material, your own music?
We write it together. I write my own music, like for what we've done together, what we've collabed on. I write the songs and then I
Okay.
kind of come to him,
Yep.
and he improvises over them, and we make
Kinda
some.
put things together.
Yeah, we meld it together.
That's
into
great.
something.
It includes vocals too?
Yes,
You were singing, I remember that.
I'm a singer.
Do you both sing or just you?
Just me
Just you. Okay, that's cool.
for now, anyways.
You have a cool, sounds like a baritone voice.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, when you
I
talk,
don't
it
know. I
sounds
would say
baritone.
more of a tenor.
Yeah.
All right.
I'd say
Isn't
so,
that
too.
because I don't know if I could. I don't know exactly how that even
Okay,
works.
maybe you're right. You mean,
I'm okay. I'm a pretty high pitched guy.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll tell you what, we're about to find out because we just got indicated we're 10 minutes through the show. So why don't you guys name a song that you're going to play it and sing it, and let's hear it. What do you think?
Yeah.
Okay.
That sounds great to me.
I'm gonna take a sit back and listen to you guys.
Awesome.
So go for it.
So this one's called. Should I name the whole name? Should I do the whole thing?
Yeah, just do it.
Yeah. Okay. This one's called "Up on Top of the Hill," called "Soft Shit Mountain."
Wow.
It's a
Okay.
long name, right?
I'm psyched.
Actually, I forgot.
Without further
that
ado,
was the
here we
name.
go.
What?
I forgot that was the.
Yeah. I guess "Soft Shit Mountain's good enough. we're getting there.
Okay, take your time.
I should have done this before, shouldn't I have? It's alright. Oh, this thing was out of tune. Alright. So, you ready?
Yeah.
Ooh. I've been gone for years. How many I don't know. Maybe this is a home, but maybe it's been cold. I've been put on hold, up on top of the hill called Soft Ship Mountain. And who are all these folks? These people I don't know. Are they talking to me? 'Cause I can't hear a thing when I start to sing. Up on top of the hill called Soft Ship Mountain. If you want, you can come along and stay here for the night. And we could spend our days in each other's arms. The only place to stay is on our little farm. No one can do us no harm. Up on top of the hill called Soft Ship Mountain.
Oh, that was awesome. Sound kind of folksy, a little bit, and the way you, that combination of just keeping up with him with your your violin bow. That's definitely, two guys in sync knowing how to do that. That takes practice. I know it does. I know that to keep it the rhythm constant and keep it not discordant, which you certainly did not. I mean, it was not discordant, and the lyrics were original. That's very awesome. So tell me about what would you classify your music as? Do you have any genre there, or I say folksy, possibly bluegrass a little bit.
Yeah, I would say both of those. Yeah,
Indie,
a little indie maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever never done a music video, right? Or have you? I know you mentioned
No.
something. You had some video possibly taken of you, but you never actually tried doing a music video with people and props.
No, we haven't.
Well, how far do you want to? Well, have either of you been college educated or gone to school for music at all?
Nope.
I've been classically trained
Right.
since I was like,
Hey.
I was 8. But like, I stopped lessons after I started going to college. But I've been doing like other things.
Okay. Have either of you been college educated at all?
No.
You haven't been.
I haven't been, no.
Wow.
Well, I went to, no, he has. But
I'm a nurse.
right, he's a nurse, so he's definitely
I understand.
college
Okay, you work for
educated.
you're in a hospital. That's a great profession too. Just speaking of that, have you ever performed for the patients to make them feel better?
No. Well,
May
no.
not be a bad idea.
Well, it wouldn't be, but I don't have time for that.
Really?
Not now,
Okay.
for sure.
Not
yeah.
now, for sure.
Right.
I don't want to
I
take my
understand.
violin into there. No.
Okay. Well, I mean, what about how far? You guys are very talented, but it sounds to me like right now it doesn't appear like, or you tell me, does it look like there's going to be a future for a career, travel and all this stuff, and taking it on the road, and maybe building up a band, or just doing it by yourselves? Or,
It's a little all over the place. It's
Yeah.
like I think I try to put my hands in as much as I can, I guess.
right.
I have people that I always play with that
Okay.
we have people that want to drum for us and possibly do that.
Cool.
But like it's all a process.
I understand. It is a process. Nothing happens overnight.
Right.
You got to work it. I totally get that. It took me 10 years to get where I'm at with the show. But what about, have you ever played like outdoor gigs like at Faneuil Hall or in Plymouth on the summer? Well, you live in well, you could come down to Plymouth. In Plymouth during the summer, I guess it's too late now because it's fall plus the virus. But oftentimes people that, that are aspiring musicians, get a license and they get out in the street and play there. And there's a lot of people that, passing by and hear them. And sometimes it gets news coverage. I've covered some musicians down there back when I started Topic Time. But have you ever done that? Any outdoor gigs anywhere? In the public domain?
I've busked before.
You've where?
Busked.
In Boston?
Not in Boston, just like, I don't know. Just
You never played together outside in a public situation with a lot of people going by?
I mean, we play like open mics and stuff.
Yeah, we've played like open mic
Yeah,
nights.
okay,
of course,
where?
Yeah, we did one.
Lowell.
Okay.
One in Milford, New Hampshire, which
Right.
has a great scene.
Yeah, that was a really cool place.
Cambridge.
Yeah, we did Middle East.
Oh, jeez.
One of the
Would that be the
weirdest-
Cantab Lounge in Cambridge?
No,
No, it's the Middle East.
Middle East, right, that's a
Middle
big
East.
one.
Yeah, right.
How
I
about
play-
the Rat? You ever play there, the Raskella?
Mm-mm.
No.
But I did play I have played the Cantab. I believe I played the Cantab.
You did?
One random night I went there and played for, I think it was
Wow.
like a Christmas thing that they were doing.
And you played Bungalow,
Did I?
right?
Bungalow. I know I did Gulu Gulu. That was, do you know Gulu Gulu?
Who?
Gulu Gulu Cafe.
Oh, I sort of do, yeah.
It's in Salem.
Mass.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a pretty awesome open mic scene there. I'm trying to think of no, I didn't play Bungalow.
What was that?
Oh no, I did play Bungalow. That's right. And
Yeah, take your time, think it through.
yeah, in
Go
New Hampshire.
Yeah.
Milford, New Hampshire?
No, not Milford.
Somewhere else. I think that place is closed now. Is it?
It could be
I don't know.
possibly, yeah. But I remember, it wasn't. That was more of like a show. But yeah, right. But we played like, yeah, a bunch of house shows mainly. But we wanted, I don't know. We were
One
just
of my
talking.
plays,
Right
too.
now, it's impossible. Everything's like
Right,
really
everything-
hard,
well-
you know, because it's like.
Right, I understand. Well, hopefully the show will get you some exposure and you'll get a ton of views and, and people will want you because you're extremely talented and there's no way that if you practice it that you won't find yourself doing gigs in a lot of venues. How about outside New England? You ever gone anywhere else like New York or
No.
or down the coast or even to maybe not to LA or anything? You haven't been out there?
Not to play, but
Just to
I've been,
visit?
I've been to California. Yeah,
Right, okay.
I went there recently, but we went to We've been to New Hampshire. I mean,
Well, that's New England. I'm talking
That's
about.
right. No,
Right.
out of New England. No, we haven't gone anywhere to
Okay.
play out. Anyways.
Have you ever been reviewed by somebody that's in the music industry that does reviews? Because I know a guy that is a friend of mine, and I've had him on, and I think his name's Billy Copeland. You might want to look into talking to him.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I can't guarantee it, but he reviews a lot of bands, and he gets me a lot of guests. And he's local. He's in New Hampshire. He lives up in London, Mary Londonderry, as I call it.
Mm-hmm.
And he's reviewed people from all over the country. And if he heard your music, I think he'd be very impressed. I just had 2 people come down from Maine to do a show on the 1st of October, which was 13 days ago. And he loved it. And their names were Jessica and Steve, but they belonged to this band called, what the hell was it, Black Cat Road. And he was delighted when he knew I was going to have him on the show. I don't know if he knows who you guys are. He probably doesn't, because if he did, he probably would have seen the plug and asked me to, let him know when you were on. But I'm definitely going to let him know anyway. When the show is up, I'm definitely going to send it to him. Because I think for what you guys can do, I think if you got some, and I try giving advice to my guests that might help them out. If you got some people reviewing you, that would really help your cause, especially people that have a lot of coverage in the public domain, and he does.
Mm.
So I would look into that, and on my own too, if I were you guys, maybe see if. Call the press up, get some people to, in the local newspapers.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with tooting your own horn and to trying to get some media coverage.
No, I agree with that too. Yeah.
You guys
but-
seem very humble, so my hunch is something have to light a fire under you to do it. But my hunch is if you did it, the results would be phenomenal.
Yeah, I mean, we're kind of. I'm in the process of recording something, so it's
Okay.
like I want to put that out before I were to start kind of publicizing a little bit. I mean, I had one page.
Okay. What do you say recording something? You talking about an album?
Yeah, I'm in the process of recording an EP.
Are you with him?
No, this is something.
Just solo?
This is a solo
Okay, well, guess
project.
what? We're 20 minutes through the show. Why don't you do another number? And
Yeah,
then we'll
sure.
talk it through, and then we'll talk to the end.
Good enough.
Yeah.
Name the title and play on.
This one's called Good Enough.
Good enough. Why not, right? Okay.
Hold on.
By the way, I love the way you can hold that under your chin. That's a skill in of itself. You don't use a capo, I noticed too. Guess you don't really need one.
Yeah, only
we do sometimes.
Yeah,
He does
sometimes we do. But
I don't.
Okay. Well, you don't need one for a violin, I don't think. All right, go ahead, play on.
time spent with you, time well spent. When I'm, whoop, it's all right. We'll pick it up. Hold on. Why am I shorting? What's going on here? If they get to talking all that stuff, just remember this one thing and such. You're good enough. You were the one said I could do all those things. And you were the one who said that I should get out and sing. And you're the one who says that everything is love. So if they get to talking all that stuff, just remember this one thing and such. You're good enough. Hope that you know that you are. Hope that you know you are. Time wasted with you, ain't time wasted at all. When I'm feeling blue, you're the first to call. Give me life when I feel like giving up. If they get to talking all that stuff, just remember this one thing and such. You're good enough.
That was great. Now, I had to tell you something. If I was a lonely girl, I would have won my heart. Seriously,
We're glad to hear that.
that was sweet. I
What?
love the way that little, being able to move the bow fast. In the last part of the song. That's really cool. It created it created a kind of a unique sound that I never thought I could hear with a violin. So that was beautiful.
Yeah.
And again,
The
that's
first
what I
verse
meant
was
by.
all on purpose too. I meant to not say any of the words.
Mm-hmm.
That was on purpose.
We do that sometimes too.
Yeah, right. We do that. It's cool.
That was
You know?
great, though.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, a song like that. I mean, that's the kind of song that win. You know, that could win the heart of somebody special. I could tell just hearing it.
It's inspired by a shirt.
Inspired by who?
It was inspired by a shirt.
A shirt?
Yeah.
Okay, well that's cool. Everybody knows nothing wrong with having a unique inspiration.
Mm-hmm.
That's what. Do you want to tell me about the shirt?
It said good enough on it.
It said what?
It said
Oh,
good enough
and
on
that
it.
was
Yeah,
it, and that's
right,
and that made
that's
you write
it.
the song.
Yeah, that was it. I saw the shirt, and I immediately started writing everything.
Wow. Well, I always say everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
Well, you obviously both have a very intuitive sense of rhythm and sound and I mean that's pretty unique. You guys are definitely not just run of the mill musicians. You're very talented people. How far along are you with the album you're working on right now? I mean, is it like about halfway done?
It's getting there. It's
Okay.
really close. It's not. We pretty much wrote the. I've recorded everything, but we just kind of in the mixing process at this point. Of
I
really getting
understand.
it to
So
sound
you
really
obviously
good.
do you have people that do your editing for you, or do you do it yourselves?
Like for
your music.
Music, yeah.
Mixing and stuff.
So we haven't recorded anything together yet, so we can't really speak on that.
Right.
But like I had my friend Trevor record
Okay.
the stuff for me because he's like just really good at it. So
Wow.
he wanted to do it for me.
That's great. So
So-
you obviously have people that are working with you. That are helping you do what you do, which is incredible. You got it all. You just got to keep it going, and I can tell you will.
Yeah.
Someday I'm going to be able to say I had you guys on my show when you're in the Country Blues Musical Awards, some national telecast.
Yeah.
Well, guess what, guys? We're down in the final 5 minutes of the
We'll
show.
say your name for
You
sure.
see that. So what I want you to do in the remaining time we have is to give shouts out to people. Look into the camera. You're going to see it, condense them, and then we'll wrap the show up as we started it with my music.
To people like that we know.
Friends and family.
Yeah. Okay. Like just all right. Hi, Mom. Denzel Washington.
Okay.
He's a pretty cool guy. I mean, I
What about
like
Sarah
his movies.
Silverman? What do you think of her?
Yeah, I think that's your cousin, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, that's very interesting.
Of course
Wow.
it is.
Yeah, she's funny. Who else? George Washington.
George, you mean the president, George?
Yeah,
White?
yeah.
Okay.
Shout out to him.
Doesn't have to be alive, right?
Yeah,
They
right,
can hear
exactly.
music.
It could be
in
anybody, right.
Music
Wonderful
heaven, right? Why
country
not?
that we
Right.
can
Yeah.
do this.
Exactly. It could be.
Music in heaven.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much like. I don't like mosquitoes, so that's not. I don't know.
Okay, that's fine. What about you? You got anyone you
No
want to?
shout out to mosquitoes.
No shout out to mosquitoes. Exactly.
No.
You want to give a shout out to anybody?
Oh yeah, my parents.
Okay.
My buddies at home. Everyone that's ever gotten me into music.
Okay.
Into playing like DIY music. Some that come to mind, but
That's cool.
I don't know.
Believe
All
me,
my
they're gonna
vi-
see the
all
show and they'll
my,
know you mean them.
all my violin teachers, shout out to BMX riding. Shout out for breaking my face. Shout out
Twice.
to Twice. Shout out to I don't know, being a nurse.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
The people at the hospital where you work.
Yeah, yeah.
There you go. Patients, doctors,
Yeah. Shout out to all of
nurses, other nurses,
Right.
whatever. Well, listen, I hope you guys had fun with me tonight.
them. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What I want you to do before we wrap it up, I ask my guests if you had fun with me, and you know people that are that are doing something interesting. I'd love to have them on as guests. Have them text me. You got my digits.
Mhm.
I get about 2% of my guests that way. I get 98% through Facebook, but that's just a formality. I always ask all my guests to do that. So that having been said, are you ready to wrap it up as we started it?
Yeah. Well, that's it,
Okay,
right?
That's it.
Yeah.
Okay, folks. Thanks for watching Topic Time. More great episodes to follow. See you next time. Take care. Here we go. Enjoyed it if you want. It's up to you.